Hey guys, in this video I'll do some examples from the worksheet. A lot of people had asked for some of the examples done out, so I'll do my goodest and see how far we get. All right, so for this first one, they're actually giving you the derivative. So f prime of x is natural log x minus 2. Then the graph of y equals f of x is decreasing if and only if. So we got to figure out when f is decreasing. In order for f to be decreasing, the derivative should be negative. So they gave us the derivative. We just need to know how to kind of manipulate it. So we don't actually have to take the derivative of this function. They already kind of did. So this is the result of that derivative for f. So we need to find critical values. Critical values occur when the derivative is 0 or undefined, right? So ln of x minus 2 is 0 when we got to figure out what ln of something ends up as 0. So that's basically e to the 0 would equal x minus 2. So essentially you're sort of exponentiating both sides if you want to think of it that way, right? That's essentially what we're doing. But sometimes it's just easier to think of, the whatever the base is raised to the power here is equal to what's inside the log. But either way, whatever way you remember it from algebra 2 or whenever it was, it doesn't really matter. So e to the natural log of something is that something. So x minus 2 equals e to the 0, which is 1. So x equals 3. So we have a critical value at x equals 3. We have another critical value, though, because you can't take the natural log of 0 or anything negative, right? This has to be greater than 0 for this to work, because e to some power is going to be a positive number no matter what. You can never actually get 0 in your natural log, okay? So natural log of something that would make, where the cutoff is would be x equals 2, right? If x equals 2, we would have natural log of 0, which does not exist. So these are our critical values. And when I set up my number line to check for, if my derivative is negative, I'm really just starting at 2 and then 3 here. I can't really go below 2 because you can't really plug that into your derivative. So my derivative, again, is natural log of x minus 2. So I got to figure out whether I have a positive value or a negative value. So we just need to think about what happens when I plug in, a number between 2 and 3. So something, like 2.5. This becomes natural log of a half. So e raised to some power is a half. Well, e is bigger than a half. So you'd have to raise it to a negative power if you're going to actually end up with a number smaller than e. And then when you go bigger than 3, like a billion, natural log of a billion minus 2 is still going to be a positive number. And that's why we have positive after 3. This one technically is a non-calculator one, but I guess you could check it in the calculator just to be sure. But this is sort of a refresher of just understanding how natural log works. The only calculus involved here was understanding how to find whether the function was decreasing, because they actually even gave you the derivative already. So it looks like our function is decreasing between 2 and 3. So greater than 2, less than 3. Because, and I know they didn't ask for this, but just to refresh it, because f prime is less than 0. All right, hopefully that helps. If not, please be sure and reach out to me, and I'll do my best to further explain it.